So I can't think of anything to go on with Arrow. That's. I think my window's closed all the way. I. Wow, that was weird. I can't think of anything to go off on Arrow specifically, so this will be How to Fix the ArrowVerse Part 2. But it'll be a blend of Arrow and Flash. So, the biggest problem I think I'm going to list in this video, probably maybe even the only problem I feel like I need to list. When you advertise something, you need to go through with it. There's a bunch of stuff in the ArrowVerse that they just don't go through with it. Hold on, can I stand my phone somewhere? No. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff in the ArrowVerse I don't think they go through with. Specifically with Arrow, I thought there was going to be a much longer fight scene between Oliver and Diggle, and I was hoping there were, because that was a really good episode, not even just because of the fight, but because of their personalities clashing, Diggle's mind finally being set on something, Oliver realizing that he screwed up so many occasions. That was a really good episode, character development-wise. That fight scene needed to go on way longer, I feel, though. Because, it was a really good fight scene, but it was all in the trailer. All of it was, so... But in the episode of The Flash, I don't remember... Season 4, Episode 9, I was wrong, I do remember. Trial of the Flash. He was, being, this is where he's going to jail, or prison. We knew this was coming. So, that's fine. But every single thing that was in the trailer is trailer bait. That's what it is. None of it happens. Iris at the end of the trailer, I think, she's like, but wait, my husband is, and, the Flash, obviously, is what she was going to say. But then, in the actual show, none of that happens. She does not say that. I mean, it does happen. But what I mean is, Barry stops her using this thing called Flash Time, which we later see planned out more in episode 16. Episode 16 of Season 4, Enter Flash Time. And then, earlier on in the trailer, Ralph turns his fingers into a key, which I don't know how that... I really want to know how that felt. Putting his fingers into a key and then putting it in the lock and turning. That feels like it would hurt, having all those prongs in my finger. But anyways, and then he unlocks the door when Joe's going to go in there and plant evidence. But they scrap that, and he closes the door, and then locks it. So not important. There might be a few other elements in there but literally everything I saw in the trailer that actually happened in the full episode, they immediately went back on it. Go watch Trial of the Flash, and then go watch the trailer. Or watch the trailer, then Trial of the Flash. You'll know what I'm talking about. I was so amped up. I watched the trailer so many times, and immediately I noticed, this is trailer bait. This is just trailer bait. Instantly disappointed. What the... Oh, for a second it looked like there were lines going across the screen again. Okay, but you know this. So, when they need to advertise something, they need to go through with it. Legends of Tomorrow, even. I didn't want to touch on that in this episode of How to Fix the ArrowVerse. But, Legends of Tomorrow, even. They said in episode 10 we'd be getting information on Malice. Malice? Malice, we'll just say Malice. And we got nothing. Malice wasn't even referenced in that episode, I don't think. And I know that's a pretty interesting statement to make, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I don't remember him being mentioned in that episode whatsoever. So. And then, when Mollis finally, the only thing we ever learn about Mollis is towards the end. Really, I think. The only time we actually see Mollis was. So. And so, this needs to, they need to go through with what they're advertising. Flash season, or... That was a weird sound, that's not what I meant. Arrow season 4, episode 9, I think. I don't remember what it was, or what it was called. But we get, No, it was episode 10. So we get, hey, Laurel Lance is coming back. How is this possible, though? She's dead. We get that shown off in the trailer. And then in the very next trailer, it's the Earth 2 Laurel Lance, and I'm like, throw my phone at a wall, you know? You're hyping us up for the real Laurel, and then the worst part is they were like, they put the main plot point in there and whatnot. And so I'm like, with that one's acceptable because it was based on a twist. I didn't too much appreciate the twist, but, you know, it was based on a twist, so it's acceptable. I don't, you know, that's fine. But, you know, it's still an example nonetheless that they're not going through with what they're advertising. That is my problem with Arrow. They're doing a lot of it. I think this Diggle thing... Hold on, what? I threw a pencil eraser at her. So, I don't think they're going through with anything that they're, like, advertising. With this Diggle and Oliver situation, they're completely, like, the fighting is completely forced. I don't feel like we got a good explanation here. That could just be me, though. It's not a believable one. I feel like it betrays the character, even the character of Oliver, which they mostly stayed faithful to, I think, but they betrayed the character, you know. They also didn't do a good job with the character of Diggle. I have a hard time explaining these kind of things, but you can definitely tell that he's a little different. And the Diggle versus Arrow situation, I wanted that to last a bit longer before Diggle decided, you know what, I'm out. And we kept seeing Lila, who was only there to give us answers to what's going on with the show. Hopefully she comes back later with a better role. I mean, she spends more time on The Flash now than she does Arrow. And she has the same purpose when it comes to being on The Flash and Arrow, which is, hey, I'm going to give you information, and then bye. The same thing happened with Nyssa Al Ghul. Talia's sister, and Raish's daughter, I think. Yeah, it's got to be one of the daughters. Okay, so Nyssa came on in the last episode with Thea, and Roy, and Nyssa decided, hey, I'm going to tell you stuff, I'm going to make a few jokes, and then I'm going to leave. Then I'm going to leave. Nothing important happened with her. She could have been gone, and they could have found some other way to get this whole mystery under wraps. Her being there, the only thing it added is having some excuse for Roy and Thea having some other adventure before they before they leave. Otherwise, her being there added nothing. There was no point to her being there. That episode was filler aside from Roy and Thea leaving, but you know, it wasn't, nothing important happened in that episode for the most part. So, yeah, you gotta follow through with what you're advertising here, is what I'm trying to say. I may have split off of the path that I was making, but I guess that's that. Stay tuned for part 3, which will be on Legends, probably. You know what, at around like part 6, I'll be able to take suggestions. I forget that I record these and then upload them in spurts. You guys know how I do that. So, I will be taking suggestions, but they'll probably only get implemented around 6. Or you know what, I'll put a poll up here. And you guys will probably be confused because the video won't come out yet. But I'll put a poll up on if I figure out how to do that. You know, I'll just do it on Twitter. Go visit my Twitter. Which you haven't seen the video yet, so you don't know about my Twitter or this poll. Jess is over there being silly again. But, yeah, I guess that'll conclude this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If not, sorry. But, yeah. So, stay tuned for some Batman Return to Arkham videos. Basically, I'll report on anything DC that I find interesting. Unless it's Lego. I just don't report on Lego stuff in general. I find that there's not really anything to report. I love Lego, don't get me wrong. I mean, check this out. So yeah, I love Lego, and as of actually, as of 2 hours ago, I uploaded Lego Batman 3 multiplayer shenanigans. So yeah. Oh, and Croc Attack, no, it's supposed to be Croc Attack at first, but then I figured out Attack on Waylon Jones sounds way better. So, but yeah, that was only uploaded an hour ago, as of the time of recording. Hold on. So yeah, sorry, my dad walked in the house. I wanted to say hi. He was at work, so, but, so, you know, I thought, hey, that sounds good, I'm gonna upload that stuff, but, you know, so don't get me wrong, I love Lego, but there's never anything to report. So, what do you want me to talk about? Ooh, cool, these things, they stuck together, they make a ship from a movie. There's nothing to talk about. I mean, I might be able to slip in Lego tidbits every now and then, but I don't think that's going to be a thing ever, really. I've ranted too long about this stuff. Well, it's not even really a rant, but I've talked too long about this stuff. And, it's really taking away the focus of the how to fix the ArrowVerse, since I really cleared all that stuff up really quickly. So I guess I gotta leave to balance out the video properly. So, see you guys later. Boy.